This is Bank of the West's Inside the Five.
Like the banner says, Inside the Five. Hello, everybody. I'm Vern Glenn, and alongside the L Train, the incredible Mr. Lynch has joined us. And I think this is our first show together in studio.
I know. I'm tearing up a little bit. This is great.
This is great.
I think last week was our best show.
We didn't get on last week.
Oh, that's why it was our best.
Football went long. It blew out the 5 o'clock show.
I know. Unbelievable.
But no.
I'm still trying to recover.
As I wave the finger, no, not this time. No, we're getting on this time. And we've got some exciting action. First of all, in fact, we got the cozy kinds of Clemson University. It's about to roll into the screen. There they are, running on down there.
A lot of orange.
Yeah, we're tied at 17 against NC State in white. Kyle Bombard. Oh, missed it.
Oh.
And the Clemson coach, sweet.
Look at that.
He's relieved, yeah. So this one headed to overtime. First possession, Clemson's Deshaun Watson. Dartavis Scott score.
Great
Tigers
throw.
led 24-17. Now, they're third ranked in the country.
Absolutely.
So they had to stop the Wolfpack, and here we go. And in the end zone, Marcus Edmonds stepped in front and picked it off. Clemson held 24-17. Edmond, Kevin, will never pay for a meal in Clemson again as they stay undefeated.
Throw a scare into the Clemson Tigers.
Absolutely. Give me Alabama. As Peyton Manning.
There he is.
Yeah, he went to Tennessee. They're home standing against the Crimson Tide. Up 14-7. Jalen Hurts on the option. And he gone. 45 yards for the touchdown. It's a 2-touchdown lead for the Tide.
Just run to the parquet.
Absolutely. Now it's 35-10. Eddie Jackson feels the punt. And he go. 10-5. Touchdown. A 79-yard return. Crimson Tide up big. And they handle things 49-10 to prove to 7.
That was supposed to be a close game, Vern.
Yeah, you see the scoreboard. Oklahoma band showed up, Kev, and thank goodness, so did the football team. Watch Joe Mixon hurdle the man. This is Kansas State, who had no answers. Here's another shot at it. Mixon from Oakley Freeman High School.
There you go.
Yeah, first quarter score. Second quarter, a little okey-dokey, little trickeration. Mixon, he's got an arm. D.D. Westbrook, wide open. One of his 3 touchdowns. Sooners beat K-State 38-17. What I love this. USC Trojan band in the cheap seats, Kev.
Banished.
We're in Tucson, Arizona. Yeah, Arizona hosting. Wildcats attacking. Khalil Tate tied it up at 7. So you think it's close, but then SC turned into the Roadrunner, Kev. Beep, beep, zip, bang.
Look at this.
34 unanswered points of freshman Sam Darnold. Threw 5 touchdowns. That one to Juju Smith-Schuster, if you're scoring at home. SC blew out Arizona 48-14 to improve to 4-3. What does it all mean, Kevin? I mean, I see maybe some upsets brewing in the lower half of the top 20-25, but in the top half, it looks like it's
going to script, Vern, and I'll tell you what. This college football thing, it's like the predictability of it is just like women's NC2A basketball.
You just don't know.
No, you know Alabama's wins every week, and they're usually the best team every year. They get the calls, they get the players, they get the coaches, they get everything.
Why do you think?
I'm getting weary of it.
Weary. Why do you? I don't want to say it's the SEC and then everybody else, because I know the Big Ten, they got some quality teams too. But what?
4 teams in the top 10 from the Big Ten, and everyone was burying them as soon as last year. But at the top, I just don't see something's got to happen. They're too big to fail. You got to break up Alabama. You got to do something. It's just there's just not enough drama. I want drama.
I just want to see Nick Saban smile every now and then. Yeah. When you look at him on the sidelines,
I know.
You think he's down 49-10.
Yeah, exactly. You know, is he smiling in the statue? I don't think the statue is smiling.
Probably not.
No,
probably not. Hey, you know what? And I should give some love to the ACC. I mean, I did go to Virginia, although we won't talk about that football team. But the ACC with Clemson, they're making some noise, but it's the SEC, the Big Ten,
right,
and then everybody else.
And if Clemson played Alabama, probably the same thing would happen that happened in Tennessee today.
Yeah.
It would be a blowout. Alabama's just getting better, too. And that defense, I got a stat for you. Here's the stat of the day.
Go.
Alabama has scored 10 touchdowns on defense. Stanford's offense has scored 8. Digest that for a moment.
And I am. I'm letting it marinate. And I retort with this. I believe it's 9 straight games that Alabama has scored a non-offensive touchdown.
Yeah. Obviously, they have 11 starters on defense. 9 of them have scored touchdowns.
Wow.
I mean, how do you beat a team like that? And they've got the best.
Man.
They got the best offensive mind in the game in the NFL and in college football. And Lane Kiffin, break it up, Vern. It's too predictable. I want something different, and I want it now.
Truer words. He's just getting fired up here on the what stood out segment of the show. We got another segment of the show here. We got a staple normally for Thursday night football on a Saturday afternoon. It's called the 2-minute warning.
Ooh.
The football guys looked out for the Oakland Raiders today, and we appreciate it.
Chargers have to think they are snake bitten in the fourth quarter.
The question here is going to be whether or not this defense can hold up, particularly on the corners.
Stop playing Santa Claus, stop giving out presents. We gave out a couple today, a couple 50-yard passes, gift wrapped, placed them under the tree. At some point, we'll stop doing that.
You are really Santa, right?
No, I'm an accountant. I wear this thing as a fashion statement, all right?
As Gabbard is picked off for the second time tonight.
We're going to make a move at quarterback, and we're going to start calling this week.
I'm itching to get out there.
It sucks. I don't like it.
How do you feel about San Francisco 49ers player Colin Kaepernick?
I think it's really dumb of them. Would I arrest them for doing it? No.
I'm very embarrassed by it. I hate it, but it's locker room talk.
How would you respond if your kids heard Donald Trump's version of locker room talk?
Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Can't say enough good things about what he was able to do today after a month off. Impressive from start to finish for him.
Did you see any rust in Tom at all today?
Did you? Me neither.
This is Bradford's going to take a shot. He's got his man.
So the Vikings, they're actually a better offense without Adrian Houston.
Frustration on the sideline for number 13 and others. You can't get it. Oh, that's classic.
That's the best one of the whole year so far.
Last time I hit him, he hit me back. I told him it was a good hit. Said from now on we could be friends.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Ann Arbor, they had a promotion. However large the Wolverines' margin of victory was, that's the percentage taken off the Bills.
The first time we called over there was all booked up for the weekend.
You didn't give me, don't you know who I am?
No, it's just...
Goodell looks like a Pringle guy. I don't consider those chips.
Bravo. Bravo. Well, Brian Stites Productions behind that one.
Sports.
Beautiful. Hey, we're just getting started here on IT5. Colin Kaepernick, you're going to root for him or against him? When he starts at Buffalo Sunday, the incredible Mr. Lynch breaks it down for us next on Inside the Five.
This is Bank of the West's Players to Watch.
Hey, come on. I mean, who else, huh? Colin Kaepernick. Cap's first start of 2016 at the Bills. They're 7- and 9-point underdogs. 49ers have lost 4 straight. And Chip Kelly doesn't care what tape the Bills have to prep for Cap.
I think we live in a society, number one, that there are no secrets. So if Colin took all the reps with the ones on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, somebody's mole would have told him who was taking all the reps. You know what I mean? And I don't really care. I mean, we have 2 similar quarterbacks. Our offense doesn't change. You know, I don't think when you're going to outsmart people in the National Football League, where all of a sudden, if the second quarterback's playing, that Rex is going to tear up his game plan and say, we're screwed. I don't buy that whole stick the banana in the tailpipe and try to tell them the car's broken. You know what I mean?
We're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Love the reference. Love the movie references.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk Colin Kaepernick. Okay, there's the drama of the whole.
Colin Kaepernick. Okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
There's the drama of the whole contract. You know, we think maybe the reason he wasn't playing was because of that contract. Gets the new deal. I don't know really why it kind of favors him, but kind of puts a little pressure on him to really perform if he's going to be able to walk at the end of the season.
Yeah, and you know, maybe I'm being really naive. I believe Chip Kelly when he says the contract doesn't matter. I think that's the case. I think that Kelly brought Gabbard to where he was. Gabbard was not executing the offense. Kelly's dialing everything up, and Chip Kelly's on trial. I mean, Chip Kelly runs this very experimental offense.
Yeah, here's Gabbard here.
Yeah, and there we have it, Vern. I mean, look at these receivers. They're open. And that's, with Kelly, he's running this spread offense, this really up-tempo scheme, and everybody in the NFL saying, oh, it can't last in the NFL. Well, if he doesn't have a quarterback who can throw the ball, then everyone's going to say, yeah, it doesn't work. So I think he was frustrated. I think he felt he was dialing up plays that were working. The quarterback couldn't get the ball delivered to the receivers. So, hence a quarterback change. I think it's that simple.
I'm going to throw it out. If I get ripped on Twitter, fine. But you know that I know that sometimes those overthrows and sometimes the interceptions aren't exactly the quarterback's fault because he's throwing to a spot. Now, I'll give you this. I mean, Gabbard did have his struggles, but not every one of those bugaboos is on him.
You know, I think a lot of times we overcomplicate the NFL. If the player is open and he's running down the field, throw it to him. Okay. Don't throw it to a spot. Okay. Throw it to the player who's wide open, running down the field. And, you know, Merton Hanks was on this week on KNBR. He was saying, these are simple throws. These are just post patterns. Right. And if they're open, and you know, they're not that, I mean, obviously there's a degree of difficulty, but not that much of a degree of difficulty. So I think that it was time to make the change. I think the other thing that Colin Kaepernick gives you is he gives you more in the run game. You know, now they can run that zone read, and now they have a real threat with him running that.
I'm excited because finally, after all this waiting, in fact, I even talked to Tom Rathman, the running backs coach, about this. After all this waiting, we finally get to see a guy who's tailor-made to run Chip Kelly's offense. This is it. This will be the showcase tomorrow.
Exactly. Now, can he throw well enough for that offense to take off and for the Chip Kelly offense to really animate? That'll be the key. But I predict in this game, at least initially, I think he'll play well against the Bills. Now, whether he continues to play well down the line, that's been the challenge, and that's been the challenge for Colin Kaepernick. And one of the things that he hasn't been able to do well, and I think this offense will be better for him in this way, is he hasn't been able to spot the open receiver. You know, we saw in that Rams game last year. Here he has Torrey Smith. There's nobody covering him, and he doesn't see it. But I think with this offense, and because there's simple reads and it creates more space, then I think you can see possibly him spotting and delivering the ball to open receivers.
Well, when you're in the pocket, I mean, you have to make the right decision. Now in Chip Kelly's offense, you can move a little bit. And the thing that I'm going to be looking for is this ability, yes, to read the defense, but I'm talking about as far as the run game. You know, putting it into the guy's belly, taking it out, running to off tackle around the corner. That's what I'm going to be looking, because that's what Kaepernick does best.
I think that's the complete key. And as we just saw on CBS with Tennessee, Alabama, Tennessee could not handle Alabama's zone read runs. Right. They didn't know where the ball was. And if Kaepernick can do that under the Chip Kelly system, then you have something.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. We segue to more of the Buffalo Bills, because on the Bills side, Shady McCoy may have a little extra motivation when he sees Chip Kelly. And remember, Kelly and McCoy are at odds.
Talking to Chip, you know, we got nothing to talk about. He can't call me, he can't shake my hand. There's nothing he can do with me, you know. He can't say to me, so.
Yeah, McCoy wanted no part of a pregame handshake with Kelly last year when Kelly was running the Eagles here. The fallout from Kelly trading him from Philly to Buffalo. And it doesn't sound like they'll be patching things up tomorrow.
I'm sure there's people you work with that you probably don't care to shake their hand and hold long conversations about your children and all that, different activities. But you work with them, so I don't have no problem with them.
All right, so that's Shady McCoy, and you know he is thinking, man, I want to run up, around, and through the 49ers defense, and every time I get, say, like an explosion play, I just want to stare over the sidelines and look at Chip Kelly as I walk back to the huddle.
That could be. That could be. And the other thing is the 49ers have no capacity to stop him.
Right.
You know, they have one of the worst run defenses in the NFL, if not the worst. And this guy, Shady McCoy, could go for 200. I mean, that could happen tomorrow.
Couple hundred bills,
yeah,
so to speak?
He could go, he is a bill, he could go for 2 bills. So, you know, the 49ers will definitely have to watch that. I think one of the biggest problems with the 49ers going forward is now that they don't have Navarro Bowman, the disparity between Navarro Bowman and Nick Bellure is so great.
It's a drop-off.
It's a huge drop-off. And that alone, even if everything else stayed the same, that alone can lose you a game or two in a 16-game season. But now you have everything else going on with the 49ers, the quarterback change, the fact that they're not very talented. It's going to be a challenge for them to stop Shady McCoy tomorrow.
I could just see so many instances where it's 3rd and 7, one of those get off the field downs, and the pressure's going to be on the interior linemen and the corners to really kind of hold them and get off that field.
Yeah, you know, I think this entire game goes to who can handle the. This game is going to be won outside the numbers because both teams are going to load up against the run. Both defenses are going to stack against the run.
Yep.
So which quarterback, is it Tyrod Taylor, is it Colin Kaepernick, can throw the ball a little bit outside the numbers and get that going?
And I bring it up again. I can't bring it up enough. Colin Kaepernick, just for the 49er fans out there watching, I wonder how many out there are going to root for him or against him based on what he has stood for. Yeah.
Well, you know, and I think this is another wise move maybe by the 49ers. Start him in Buffalo.
Sure.
Start him in the NFL outpost. Don't start him here where he could get very lustily booed by his own crowd. You know, start him way out in NFL Siberia, and then see what he does. If he has a good game, then maybe he doesn't get booed.
Okay, all right.
When he comes back and plays Tampa Bay.
Good thinking, good thinking. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, good point. Meantime, Kev.
Yes, sir.
Things are going much better across the bay at the Raiders. Can Oakland keep it going against another division rival and pad its lead in the AFC West? Hear from the Silver and Black next on Inside the 5.
This is the Jack in the Box Silver and Black Attack.
Right now, it's all about what we do Sunday against the Chiefs. You know, division rival. You know, if you want to win your division, you have to win in your division.
Wise words from the coach. With the Broncos losing on Thursday, the Raiders now have sole possession of first in the AFC West. The Raiders, a pick'em game, according to Vegas, with the Chiefs. Don't know how the weather will be a factor. Second straight game they go without running back Latavius Murray, turf toe. As for the defense, if they're going to get over, they got to get to the quarterback. Sack leader Stacey McGee, number 92, agrees. The defensive tackle has 2.5 sacks so far, and yes, they have given up over 400 yards a game, but according to the big fella, it's all about disrupting the offense. Enough. The sack master. You feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, that's good with me.
How was it just to kind of get a hand and kind of hit Rivers a couple of and get that? Tell us about that. The strip at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, it was exciting. You know, I mean, in my career here, I hadn't really got a chance to hit a quarterback and really get a sack caused fumble like that.
Right.
So it's really this year I've just been focused on my pass rush and just trying to turn it on, and I guess I figured it out because I'm starting to pile up my sacks now.
Got a forced fumble on Gordon. Tell us about that hit.
Oh, that one was, I got a double team, and I just split the double team, and our coaches preached get the ball, and I just seen the ball, and I reached out for it, and it came out for me. So that was kind of a shot in the dark, but it worked. So
do you realize, even now, I mean the kickoff is Sunday. If you win this game, I mean, aside from the excitable talk about possibly making the playoffs, you'd be shaping yourself to try and win this division.
Yeah, I mean, that's exciting, you know, because me being here for 4 years, and we really hadn't had a division shot like this my whole career here as a Raider, and it's like, I'm just happy to see the program really turn around, and we actually, you know, we're winning, and we have great coaches here and great players, and we just like doing the things that I've been expecting to see since I've been here.
I know you've only been in the league 4 years, and this is us as journalists. This is when I localize it for the audience here, for the Raider Nation. Chiefs, Raiders, in relative terms, is it kind of like Sooners, Texas?
Yeah.
A little Red River rivalry?
Yeah, a little bit. It's a big rivalry game to me, especially being from Oklahoma. I kind of grew up. That was like one of the close. That and the Dallas Cowboys are one of the closest teams, you know, to my hometown. So every time we play the Chiefs, most people back home are like, take it easy on the Chiefs, but I don't know what that means, you know. So just trying to win.
I want to clear up one controversial thing because as I was researching, I had thought you, aside from there was one NFL baller with the Giants right now from Muskogee, right?
Robert Thomas, yeah.
Robert Thomas, yeah. But then I read about Carrie Underwood, but now you're saying no, we don't claim her. She's she's not from Muskogee.
No, she's not from Muskogee. She's from Shakota.
And how far away is that?
That's about 7 miles down the road, but I mean it's close. She's still Oklahoma, so everybody Oklahoma, it's all love.
Okay. As big as you are, what are you, 6'3", 3 something,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, but when you were an early age, it was all about baseball?
Oh yeah, I love baseball, you know. It just wasn't enough contact for me as I got older, and you know, I just preferred the contact sport, but I love baseball though. I pitched and I was pretty good at hitting. Knocked a few home runs back in my day.
Hey Stacey, thanks so much for a few minutes. Good luck on Sunday.
Appreciate it.
All right, you can catch the Raiders and Chiefs tomorrow right here on KPIX. Kickoff at 1:05. Stay tuned for after the game for the highlights and reaction on the fifth quarter post-game show. We'll be back to wrap things up after this. LeBron James cheering on his hometown area team, the Indians, against the Toronto Blue Jays pitching. And that's Francisco Lindor. They can't get him out. He was the hammer and the nail in game one, and there he is again, putting his team up 2-1 in the third. Yeah. Joe Biagini, gone from KPIX intern to pitching in the ALCS, and there he is. 2 more scoreless innings today.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. Hasn't allowed a run in 2 postseason appearances. But Cleveland's Andrew Miller, boy, he was on. 2 more innings today. Got 11 outs in the first 2 games, 10 by strikeout. Indians beat the Jays 2-1 to take a 2-0 series lead.
Boy, tears in the eyes.
Yeah, now Michigan has a bye week, so Jim Harbaugh was back in the Bay Area last night, Kev. Still in pursuit to land Antioch running back Najee Harris, the top-ranked back in the country. He even helped with homecoming.
Hello, I'm very proud to announce the 2016 Homecoming Queen. The winner is Tanya.
I think I made out Tanya, and then it was just primal screams.
Yeah. It was just bedlam.
But
where's Sonny Dykes? How come Sonny Dykes isn't up there?
He's
come on.
What's going on? He's got the next opponent. His next opponent up for him.
Where's David Shaw, for crying out loud? Can we get some Bay Area people up there?
But coaches will do just about anything to land their guy. I mean, he isn't just hot pursuit on Najee Harris.
Yeah. Yes. I've got insight into this Cleveland-Toronto series.
Go.
I know who's going to win.
How's that?
Alabama. Alabama's going to win that series.
Somehow Alabama will factor its way.
That's right. I just wanted to bring it. I just wanted to bring it full circle. Full circle.
NLCS is tonight too with the Dodgers and the Cubs. All right, that's all the time we have. Thanks so much for watching this brand new edition of Inside the Five.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next time.